Hello YouTube, Conspiracy Boy here for Back in the Day Toys with a Facebook finds video. I am involved in a lot of Facebook toy groups in the sense that I'm a member and I frequently read what other people post. I very rarely comment and I even more rarely purchase anything from these sites. I have done it in the past. I'll be honest, I bought a Technodrome from someone in the States and that arrived. That was a really good deal, I think. But yeah, I think that's probably my only real purchase from a Facebook group that I can think of before this. And I think this was just a case of being in the right time and the right place, or being at the right place at the right time, because I just happened to have my phone in hand when someone put a post up, and it caught my eye because it said someone had put a post of 11 pictures up. So I had to turn and look and see what that was, and when I did, there was loads of action figures, and he wanted between £3 and £7. Most of these are £6 a piece, but there's one, maybe two, that were £5 a piece. Anyway, I'll show you the individual ones first, their condition, and a little bit of detail I know about them, which isn't a lot. So anyway, here would be the first one. This is the only one of this series that I have in this lot. I do already have one Galaxy Empire figure. I have like some battle ready Chewbacca, and this is quite clearly a knockoff Boba Fett. I like how they've even got the Millennium Falcon and a couple of TIE fighters, some Imperial ships. But yeah, the word star or war isn't involved anywhere, or the name of the characters. They all have the same card, just different characters each. I've never even seen the Boba Fett one before. I have seen a few of these come up boxed in this similar sort of condition in boot sales, and the bloke wanted a tenner each, and I was just like, no. But for a fiver, yeah, I definitely have a Boba Fett for a fiver. As you can see, the card's really not in good shape. It is bent something terrible. But the card itself, I mean, it's not discoloured, faded wise. Even though it's very bent, it doesn't really affect the picture. And there's a few, this is probably the worst, but there are a few more in this sort of video that I'm going to show you where they don't have perfect cards. I think it looks like they may have been stored somewhere a little bit damp, maybe not soaking wet, but just slightly damp, and it's given a few of the cards. Some of them are pristine. I'll point them out as we go along. Anyway, that was the first one, Galaxy Empire knockoff Boba Fett. It says year of production is 1997. I believe this is the only one that has a year of production, and is made by a manufacturer called PMS. So yeah, PMS produce quite a lot of the toys we're about to see here, and they have 0 to 3 sad onions. So yeah, that's the first one, Galaxy Empire. Then I have two from this range. These are called Heroes of the Empire, or Heroes of Empire. The what of Rome? I can't even make that out myself, what that says. The Restoration of Rome. Ah, of course it is. The Restoration of Rome. I like these guys as they come with their own unique little cards, like little battle trading cards. Rather than having names, they're just purely down as Warrior 5 and Warrior 3. The moulds are actually different between the two characters, both on the feet and on the chest and the head. I'd have to look a little more closely on the arms. The arms might actually be the same, but yeah, the rest of the figures are different, and both the weapons are different. So there is a bit of variation between these. Instead of having 0 to 3 sad onions, it actually has ages 3 and up. No sad onions to be seen. Oh, in fact, there's a 0 to 3 sad onions down there. There he is. These are the first ones that I noticed to have these action figure logo here as well. I'll see if I can pull the camera a little closer to show you that. whoops, not sure that's showing up very well. There it is, the action figure logo. Just in case you weren't sure what it was that you were looking at here, they very kindly labelled it for you. There we go. So these are Heroes of the Empire. I don't know anything about these, apart from they come with bonus collection cards, and these are made by Funtastic. Funtastic definitely make an appearance in a lot of sort of Action videos with sort of Poundland stuff. I always thought that this sort of stuff predated Poundland, but it may be the case that this was like the first sort of Poundland run of action figures, because you don't get anything as high quality as this in Poundland these days. Yeah. So that was my second batch. That is Heroes of the Empire. So far, all of them look quite, action figure-y. They don't look ridiculous, but some later down the line they get a bit more ridiculous. The next lot here were Apes Attacks. Again, these are all £6 each in our little deal with my new friend on Facebook, who is a legend. These are Apes Attacks that are both knockoffs of Planet of the Apes. I've seen photos of them on card before. I've never actually seen them on card and held them in my hand before. These have the same action figure logo up here. See if you can quite make that out. It's so far on the top of the screen. But yeah, there's the Apes Attacks logo with the action figure logo underneath. You have the Fight for Blood and Honor. Wow! Not quite sure why the monkey's saying wow. Raw, I think, or just anything other than wow. They have some pretty cool weapons, very similar to Heroes of the Empire. In fact, in these two, the weapons are identical, just different paint schemes. They still have in the same place, and it's almost like there's a square here where the card could have gone if this happened to have been used on the Heroes of Empire. The cards are cut differently between Apes and Heroes, but I think this packaging seems to be pretty standard among these. 0 to 3 sad onions. Again, on the back, made by Funtastic. Cards not in bad condition, I wouldn't say really. It's not pristine, but I mean, considering the age of these things, it's pretty good shape. Again, the face isn't that ridiculous. Looks a bit constipated, but nothing too, extreme. This guy, different set of weapons from the other two. And there's quite a lot of variations in paint on here. I quite think the Apes Attacks ones, the Heroes Empire ones might have been from a similar time, because yeah, they look a decent quality as well. I like those Apes Attacks ones. And I've got 3 of these. These are the Mystic Rings. Now these are different. We still have our awesome action figure logo here. I mean, I don't know how I'd survive without this action figure logo. Maybe if I move the camera here, yeah, that might cut out some of the. Yeah, okay. So, this guy's probably my favourite of the Mystic Rings, in the fact that he has this like sort of pig face. Sort of looked like one version of the Bebop figures they did. It's a pretty rare version, to be fair, but it's like a Bebop in armour, and his face looks like this. He's got a pretty cool weapon as well, again not like the other ones. 0 to 3 sad onions, but it is a different type of plastic. This one's a little more sort of bowed on the card. The Mystic Rings. And then that one is PMS International SS13 first UK, but has no year of production on it at all. So again, same PMS. So far the only 2 manufacturers we'd had are PMS and Funtastic. The PMS ones seem to be these Galaxy Warrior Mystic Rings, so I really like those. And these Hero Quest and Apes Attacks seem to be by Funtastic. So far nothing here is actually a Mannix figure. I wouldn't have thought, so to speak. If you're watching this, you probably already know about Mannix. I'm not going to go into explaining like all about Mannix, but yeah, that was the Bebop looking fella. And this is one of my favourites in the whole lot, I think. I don't know where in the Lord of the Rings you have this dude with his cybernetic looking face. Maybe that's just some mask he's got on the cover, but why would it be red? And I don't know, he just looks a little bit cyborgy. I do think they maybe should have cyborg characters in Lord of the Rings, or Mystic Rings, but yeah. It says collect them all, but we don't know how many there are. And then there's this fella who's got some sort of like Roman centurion kind of hat on. He's got some cool weapons there. In fact, that snake shield he has there looks awfully similar to a Shake shield in one of the ranges coming up. In fact, those two Mystic Rings characters, do they have the same bodies? I think they do, yeah. These guys have the same bodies, different paint scheme entirely, but yeah, same. This dude has a different one. And the Apes Attacks, is that the same? Oh, it's very similar. I'm not sure it's the same, but it's almost like this one's slightly smaller and like more of a knockoff of the knockoff. Let's have a look. Definitely either. Maybe it's just the way it's packaged. I'm not sure, but yeah, these are almost not only the same colour scheme, but the exact same figure, just with different heads, same colour plastic weapons. I mean, one says Fantastic and the other says PMS, but they could easily have come from the same factory, I think. They've both got the same action figure symbol on them, just in case you forgot what they were after you purchased them. So there's the Mystic Rings. And then these ones were a real puzzle. I think a lot of people on some of our trading groups felt that we'd solved a few mysteries by finding these. And these are Thunder Snakes. I'd never heard of them, to be honest with you. They had the same action figure logo. You could see that even on the seller's photos. So I thought, yeah, we'll go for those. I recognise the other lines. We'll grab them too. So these are the legendary Thunder Snakes. I do actually have one of these loose, it turns out, which is different from one of the ones I have here. So maybe I'll put him on camera when we do the Thunder Snake individual video at a later date. So yeah, here's one of the Thunder Snakes. They don't seem to have any names that go with them, but they definitely all use the bodies from the Nuclear Spawn range. Definitely a Nuclear Spawn base mould sort of thing. And then the face sort of has like a snake helmet on, similar to the sort of G.I. Joe toys. This one isn't much different. Again, same sort of Nuclear Spawn mould. Different type of snake helmet. This one almost has horns on it, where if we compare that one to, say, the pig fella here with horns, it is a slight difference. Here he doesn't have the nose, he doesn't have the mohawk, so yeah, they're not the same head sculpts. And this guy, this is probably my favourite of the Snake Warriors. His head seems to be able to show two faces. There seems to be one that looks very human, and one that looks really weirdly reptilian, sort of like how some YouTube videos about the Illuminati say reptilian people would look. And it's pretty cool that he has both his human face and his reptile face, so you can sort of have him walk amongst the figures normally before he reveals his true form. And the last one, this dude looks like some sort of 90s, I don't know, dance movement got to him. It's all yellow, which is a bit of an odd colour. He has this strange blue armour, and his purple snake attire on his head makes him look like he has a mohawk. He just looks like a punk to me. Just some weird knockoff punk figure. He's got a weird weapon. I'm not sure we've seen that weapon repeated yet. Oh yes we have. Of course we have. That would go with Strange Knight Dude. So yeah, across the same line, same weapons turning up, same molds are turning up. Oh, so that's the individual one, the Galaxy Empire, the 2 Apes Attacks, the 2 Heroes of the Empire, the 3 Mystic Rings, and the 4 Thunder Snakes. Now we get onto a set of 6. I'm probably just going to end up holding these up to the camera one at a time. And these are Masters, or Master, of the Fighter, which looks like some knockoff of the more recent reboot of He-Man. They call him Power Fighters of the Universe at the top. They have our brilliant action figure logo, and we have to collect them all, but we have no idea how many there are to collect. This one's by Funtastic. It has a different background sticker to a lot of these other Funtastic toys we have here. Makes me think that they're at a later date. This one's again more recent on the Thunder Snake, but it's a lot smaller than this one. What was the other Funtastics? I think they were the Apes Attacks, weren't they? Yeah, and the Funtastic on the Apes Attacks is more similar to how it is on the Thunder Snakes. In fact, yeah, it's just bigger really. They've just put a bigger sticker on it. Doesn't really tell us anything different. It's just a larger sticker. So yeah, this is the first one. Master of the Fighter. He has some weird sort of man in the iron mask, cybernetic face. Not quite sure what's going on. His weapons actually look really cool. Pretty cool, like machine gun things there. So yeah, he's number 1. This can be number 2. This looks like the King, Master of the Fighters. Not 3 sad onions. Looks like he's got 3 weapons. These are really cool weapons. The accessories to these toys are pretty good. In fact, if it's anything like the other parts of the figures, they've probably stolen them from another toy line as well. This dude, which I guess is meant to be the Master of the Fighters, he sort of looks like he could be the dude in the photo back there. He's the only one of all these figures where he has a fabric sort of cape with a bit of string tied around it, so you can't really see his chest, what the mould is on that. Probably the same as all the others, I should imagine, but again, nothing on the back. This guy I really like. He's one of the really cool ones. He has a green lion's head with a pirate eye patch. Brilliant. Where did they get that mould from? There's no way someone else is making toys of green faced lions with eye patches. And then he's got the body of what looks like a wrestler. He's got like an elbow pad on this arm here. He's got this little vest that's making him look like, oh, I forget their names now, but yeah, some of the old school wrestlers. And again, 3 really cool weapons. This gun looks amazing. Looks like some sort of steampunk weapon. So yeah, really like him. Really like this one too. I think this is probably meant to be a knockoff of Skeletor. They've gone for the blue arms, but the classic skeleton look face with devil horns and sort of vampire teeth. I'm not sure I really know what's going on with Skeletor there. He's got his weapon so he can drill to the centre of Earth if he needs to be. And this one that looks like it might fire pencil sharpeners. I'm not sure. Some sort of madness. And again, same as always, recycle your 0 to 3 sad onions of your action figure. And then last one, a Masters of the Universe. I don't know. It's like his chest is on fire, but his arms aren't. He's got these flying goggles on and this weird hat thing. I don't know what's going on there. He also has the steampunk gun, which is quite fitting because he does look like he's got the steampunk goggles at least. But I don't know why he's on fire. That just seems mad. So that was the last of them, Masters of the Fighters, and then this is the last range. Again, there's another 6 of these. These are probably the ones that I have the most of out of the packet. I think only one of them is one I actually already have loose, and all the other ones are ones that I don't have from this range. But the one I've already got was this one, and he's the Dark Warrior. In fact, they all are. Now this one actually says you've got 6 styles available: twistable heads, movable arms and legs, and with weapons. So they've actually put something on the packaging on this one, and it's different from all the others. It's still fantastic, and it's still 0 to 3 sad onions, as you'd hope. But yeah, it doesn't give you a year of production or any sort of nonsense like that, just made in China. So that's the one that I already have loose. He's a cool dude. We have this guy who has a very shocked expression on his face. I don't know what he sees when he looks through the screen and looks at you, but my god, he does have piercing eyes. Then you have another kind of eyes here. This guy looks like he may be possessed. He has huge eyes, but they are entirely red. An inhuman amount of white teeth. But these seem to have way different bodies to some of the others we've looked at. You've got this dude. His eyes don't look too ridiculous, though he does seem to have something white in his mouth. Looks like it's dripped off his beard. How strange. This fella, which if you could make out, but you can't because of the way they've cut the packaging, I think he might have horns. Yeah, he definitely has horns up there somewhere. But yeah, that's how you'd see it if you were buying it in the shop, just the grill of his jaw. So yeah, brilliant packaging there. And this dude that looks like he might have the head of Hulk Hogan, and is definitely cross-eyed. I hope you can make out just how cross-eyed he is at home. But that's the most cross-eyed Hulk Hogan I think you'll see today. There he is. And that's all of them. So, all in all, there was quite a lot of these bootleg toys. I've never seen any of them in real life on card like this before. So when they came up on the trader website at a good price, I thought you might as well grab all the ones that I recognised and liked. There's a few that I didn't get, some really cool sort of bootleg Transformers, but I never really had those ones as a kid, and they never seem to have the ridiculous faces or features of like Green Lion Pirate Man or Cyborg Lord of the Rings fella. I just quite like the random uniqueness of their monstrosities. So yeah, that's why I bought them. I'll do some individual videos at later dates talking more about the Thunder Snake if I can learn more about them, maybe more about Mystic Rings. This is just sort of quickly running through all the individual ones I got. And I think after looking at all of them, the Dark Warriors are the only ones that don't have the action figure logo. What are they? Could they be toy cars? Who knows? Unless it has a sticker telling me exactly what it is inside, I'm probably never going to know. So thanks, Dark Warriors, for leaving me unsure. Anyway, that's that for now, YouTube. As I say, there'll be more videos to come about all of these at a later date. But for now, I think we've all had a good look. Thanks, guys. Bye.